welcome to SCP-087. Not the old version, something new. A new developer has made our Ink Ghost. Original story written by them, and everything here as you would see. Concept made for the PlayStation 1 Horror Jam, made with a Game Maker studio. It's the Stairwell SCP for those unfamiliar, but this is like apparently just reimagined by the developer, and I don't know, a lot of people like 087. It's a classic, like back in the days when all you had was the Stairwell SCP and Containment Breach. There wasn't much. Now there's just a lot of everything. But this thing is playing document 087. Again, well, you guys can read it. And it's also slightly pixelated. Oh, but yeah, it's a reimagining. And it's meant to take only 20 minutes-ish, I guess, to play. Apparently also move very fast instead of the slow, you know, like the slow-mo. This guy's like in a rush to fucking die. Is an unlit platform. I think the game. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell the developer, I guess. I'm thinking. Fuck. Okay, the question is, do I play the game as is, or do I change my computer hertz refresh rate to make it so the game likely plays properly? I'm going to imagine the game is actually running faster than it should. Like by 5 times faster, potentially. I think it's only meant to run on 60 hertz. The game was made for immersion though, so I'm gonna do that. I don't like changing my frame rate because it's like 240, but this game I think is... You'll know what I mean as soon as I do it, but I'll be right back and change it. The sound design is very important. Please ensure the volume is at a fair level. Alright, I'm at a crappy 60 hertz and 60 frames per second, forced. Now the game should play as intended. Now you'll be able to find out. Look at this walk speed difference. Radio comms muted. And I'll be able to read. I'll be able to read. This is the actual speed I'm meant to walk. Now we can actually read. Instead of running like basically it would be a running joke in the video if I kept playing as is, of this guy recording in, yeah, is an unlit platform staircase located on the campus of Redacted. I'll read this and continue my thoughts. A light source is required for subjects exploring SCP-087 as there are no lighting fixtures or windows present. Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have shown to be ineffective as 087 seems to absorb excess light. The bottom of SCP-087, if it exists, has not yet been discovered. Okay. It'd be the running joke. It shows also the meters of how deep I'm going on the bottom right screen that my face takes up. Otherwise, though, the bottom left of the camera shows which floor I'm on. So I've gone 13 floors already, and 35 meters. Before the Foundation's discovery as of SCP-087, several students and staff at the campus of Redacted were reported missing. I'll be sure... It is believed that those individuals found their way into the SCP and were unable to make it out of the structure. It is unknown if those individuals are alive, are still within SCP, or managed to find another exit. I'll be sure not to talk too much though, just to also... I'll turn up my volume even more. There we go. Because there's bound to be a potential jump scare at the very end, just like the original game. So I might as well see if it can get me. The game is made for sound immersion, so I'll talk with less energy, more calm. Floor 25. But I'll finish my thought at the very least, or until red font pops up on the screen again. It'd be the running joke I'd have in my video, where at the speed I was running at originally, it'd be like this, the subject pushed to go down these stairs is just rushing to their death. Like, they're just sprinting down the stairs being like, I don't like my fate, just kill me now, please. You can hear the sound of crying beneath you. You can estimate that the source is around 6 flights down. And 90 meters. The sound does not appear to be coming any closer. The source of the crying never increases in volume, despite your descent. After 087's discovery, multiple explorations were conducted into the structure. The furthest depth recorded was shown to be far beyond both the possible structure of the building and geological surroundings. At this time, it is unknown if SCP-087 has an endpoint. I'd presume you're just going down an infinite staircase that is a very minimal amount of levels, but they just repeat. And everything about the floors, like if there were, you know, writings of the floor level on the walls, it would be just manipulating that in your vision itself, just to give you a false sense of progress. Like, oh wow, I went 100 flights? I mean, physically, yes, but... Okay, so the staircase, that looked like like something had poked its arm around the corner. But yeah. You physically are tired by walking that long, but the distance you've traveled, possibly like from the surface, if you start from the surface, is... Good thing I found it. There's a hole in this wall. Yes. Probably a mistake, but I'll do it anyways for discovery purposes. It's too dark to see anything. Well, I tried. I don't know. Let's have a little competition, though, while we're doing this, and we're playing in a slow, somber tone. Which floor do you think I'll die on? Both scripted... A Minecraft gravel block? A loose piece of concrete has broken off and fallen down. But yeah, which floor do you think I'll die on? And I'm at 56 right now. Ooh. It went from gray to dark. Nice. But yeah, which floor do you think I'll die on? Whether it's random, like in the original game, actually there's 2 versions. One of them was you could maybe get to an endpoint. I can't remember what it was, but things would try to kill you, and I can't remember which YouTubers played and how far they got, but I know there was like a scripted endpoint where you could not go any further. But the other one was once you hit the quote-unquote bottom, it would be waiting there and its arms reach out to grab you, and then it just ends. That one where it's just like... The one where you could die at any floor depending on... Oh nice, the blood can drop on your face. That's a cool effect. Cool. But the one where you can die at any floor depending on RNG was... and still is quite unique. Because there's a lot of unpredictability about when you will die, what'll happen. Which makes it interesting. At some point I might redo it. 69 and 70. Each subject conducting an exploration has encountered SCP-0871. 0871 appears as a face with no visible pupils, nostrils, or mouth. The nature of SCP-0871 is entirely unclear, but it has been determined that it is not the source of the crying. Maybe it's like working in conjunction with like a 0872, 0873, or just a victim, maybe, that it just has trapped in here forever. As a whole. Yes. A sound was heard behind you. It's quite a lot of blood. Should I keep moving? Actually, wait, hang on a second. Okay. I was getting paranoid. I was like, wait, did I start recording again? Also. Okay, thank God. Hitting play button made me worried it would be... that face again. Hitting play made me paranoid to think, what if the developer is one of those incompetent people who make it so when you hit escape and you hit, like, the word that says play and it starts you from the beginning? There's some people that do that, man. But either way. Due to the results of the final exploration, Exploration 4, no personnel are permitted to access to SCP-087. Except for me, of course. Hell, let's go. Wonder what awaits me down below. Further darkness. Much, much more darkness. We've hit 250 meters and are approaching 100 floors. Oh? You stop. Appears ahead of you, but this time your body locks up against your will, unable to move. 0871 holds eye contact, not with you, but directly into the camera you are holding. It seems entirely fixated on the camera lens, appearing to stare at those viewing the footage. You can start to move your body again. Nice. Was I... oh. Should I have not gone forward, or is... no, this is part of the game. I was about to say, did I die? Thankfully not. Ooh, nice improvement. I just see like the walls caked in blood and the first thing I say is nice improvement, like I'm complimenting SCP-087 on their choice of decoration. I like what you've done to the place. Pieces of long hair-like material are reaching up from the ground. Yes, I guess they are. Only observed in Exploration 4, a strange organic material covers the walls deep within 087. If it's possible that SCP-087 is a living structure absorbing and feeding off the organic material inside of it, shortly after this discovery, the subject dropped the video camera as they were incapacitated by an unknown force. Well, they're certainly attacking me. Oh shit, and we fell. Soon after the camera was dropped, signal contact eventually deteriorated into static due to traveling out of range. Yeah, the camera's just going, it's at 500 meters. Oh. Over a period of 2 weeks following Exploration 4, several members of the redacted campus reported knocking coming from the interior of 087. The door leading to the SCP-087 has been fitted with 6 centimeter thick industrial padding. All reports of knocking have ceased. Low signal and reaching 800 meters. Will the camera see anything at the last second? Damn. Thank you for playing. Well, it was a good reimagining, I would argue. There's no unpredictability. And please play. I can't play in a dark room. I remember trying that when playing the game. What was it? Inside? A good job. I got a good job sticker. Thanks. What was it? There was the infamous sewer horror game that Markiplier played. It's like one of the games that also helped push me to start my channel. Was just watching Vanish. That's it, Vanish. Was just how much he struggled to beat the game. It was hilarious to me, but it was genuinely like spooky. Like it was good material to me. Like those were really fun, really enjoyable videos back in those times when I watched Markiplier. His series playing Vanish, because a lot of the jump scares that got him were just like pristine. So it also pushed me to be like, okay, well, I have to beat the game so I can somewhat rub it in, even though I'm a complete nobody. And eventually, yeah, I did beat it. And then I tried beating it while wearing a horse mask. But I remember it was like I think it was like a milestone special. And I tried doing it with like the cameras off so I could play the game as dark as possible. My room was completely dark, but the problem was my webcam could not really detect my face because of that. Like it didn't have a sort of a nocturnal setting, or I didn't have one, or I just didn't find an app and didn't try to find an app that would light my room up, because I didn't think that my room was going to be so dark and the webcam going to be so... You know, I think it was like making it... I think in my head at the time, I was thinking the webcam would have been like sort of like a smartphone, where if you turn off the lights, the phone screen sort of, you know, illuminates and does a sort of partial night vision. I was, I guess, expecting that for stupid reasons. I don't know, but either way, it was fun. That was the whole point. But either way, this is a reimagining. It's good pace. The problem, at the very least, is if I compare it to things like the infinite replayability of the one where it's like the random events, random RNG aspects. I'd love a game that is a reimagining or remake of that, where it's like random generated levels. The problem is you could go probably for hours before actually dying, but I'd have to double check, and out of curiosity, I'm going to do just that. It possibly was like maybe SCP-087 what, B? I think it was maybe called B? Maybe. I think so. Possibly. I think it was B, if I remember correctly. I do believe it was, yeah. It shows even the gallery of the maps. The entrance, hallway junction, forked path variant, big room, maze, corner room, and windowed hallway, especially during the forked paths and one of them being death, and you have to, you know, remember which one's which, and make sure it doesn't flip around on you. because there's the fork path and fork path variant, and one of the dead ends is definitely death, and the other one is not death, is I think how they played it. I want to find out how many floors are... How many floors? 160 floors, complete with ending, this one video proclaims. Oh no, wait, it says in the Wikia, SCP-087B is an experimental horror game by Regalis. There's 270 floors. Once the player reaches the 250th, the walls will close in on the player. They will be ambushed and killed by the masked man as the game crashes. And one of these crash messages appear, no, or it's not whether you die or not, it's when you die. Nice. Welcome to nil, an empty model window with no text. If there's 270, but it says once the player reaches 250, the walls will close in. That means while the walls close in and a person will come to try to kill you. But it says the game crashes, so I'm going to presume they mean the game crashes at floor 270. Well, 270 floors is a lot of work, though. Although it just also means that whatever video is in my search engine saying 160 floors complete with ending, but when the Wikia says 250 to 270, they lying to me. But either way, not important. I hope you enjoyed this, though. It was interesting, like I said, good pacing. Short, but it served its function. Atmospheric horror game. And I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a fellow subscriber, hit the bell notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, until the next time.